So now we will be discussing about the slip test in a salient pole alternator. So it is coming under the module 3. So this is the third part of our lecture in module 3. So slip test is mainly conducted to find XD and XQ in a salient pole machine. XD means direct axis reactance and XQ is quadrature axis reactance. Both are representing the armature reaction in a salient pole machine. So slip test will be conducted in case of a salient pole machine. So this arrangement will be somewhat difficult, somewhat different from the conventional usual arrangement. So we know that in a synchronous generator, what we are doing usually, that field or rotor circuit is rotated with a speed ns, and the armature circuit is or stator is connected to the load, or electrical power is taken out from the armature circuit. But in this case, in the case of slip test, there are some differences. Before that, we should understand why we are conducting this slip test to find XD. We cannot measure XD and XQ because these reactances are fictitious reactances. If it is an armature resistance, we can measure RA. Directly we can measure, but reactances we cannot measure. That is why we are conducting slip test. So slip test is especially to find XD and XQ. Now there are some differences. There are three major differences comparing with the usual setup of a synchronous generator. Usually we are rotating the rotor and power is taken out from the generator. But here in this case, an electrical power is given to the generator. Actually it is a generator. In a synchronous generator we are conducting, in a salient pole synchronous generator we are conducting the slip test, but supply is given to the stator terminals. Here AC supply is given, like in a motor. In a synchronous motor we are doing like this. We know that you already studied about the induction motor, 3-phase induction motor. There also we are giving a 3-phase AC supply to a stator, 3-phase stator terminals. Here also we are giving. So that is the one difference. Armature is connected to 3-phase AC supply. Now that voltage will be much less than the rated voltage of the machine. Usually if 3-phase voltage is 415 volt, rated voltage is 415 volt, but here we will not be giving that rated voltage. The voltage will be much less than the rated voltage. That is the second point we have to note. And the third point is, here the rotor is run at a speed close to the synchronous speed, not at synchronous speed. So this is the rotor circuit. So this rotor circuit is rotating at a speed which is NR. Usually that NR will be, or rotor speed will be equal to NS, but here it is not equal to NS, it is less than NS. So rotor speed will be less than ns, which is very close to synchronous speed. That is the another difference. Now the fourth point we have to note here is field winding is left open circuited here. Here we can see this field circuit is open. What we will be doing usually, we will giving a DC supply here. That is the usual thing we are doing here to a DC, to a field circuit, but here it is open circuited. So these point you should remember here, these 4 points. One is a 3-phase AC supply is given to the stator terminals. That is not usually in case of a generator, but it is like a motor. Now this voltage will be much less than the rated voltage of the machine. Another point is rotor is running at a speed which is not equal to ns, but which is less than ns. And field winding is open circuited. Now what will happen if we are giving a 3-phase AC supply in which each phase voltage is displaced by 120 degree to a three-phase AC winding in which each winding is displaced by, here each winding is displaced by 120 degree. So what will happen whenever a supply is given here? You may be studied in case of induction motor, a rotating magnetic field. A rotating magnetic field will be produced. That means there is a magnetic field produced in corresponding to this stator. You can say maybe in air gap, and it is rotating at a speed ns. That is very important. This rotating magnetic field will be rotating at a speed ns. That you studied in case of induction motor, or we will be studying in case of synchronous motor also. So we can see here, this is the supply we are giving to stator. This is stator. So you can see here a arrow mark is given. That means there is a magnetic field which is rotating at a speed ns. What about this? These rotor terminals are left open circuited. So this is open circuited and which is rotated at a speed n. That means which is less than ns. Okay. Now this is the point. Current drawn by the armature set up an MMF wave rotating at a synchronous speed. That means this magnetic field corresponding to the armature terminals will be rotating at a speed ns. Rotating magnetic field. Now you can see here there is an armature MMF which is rotating at a speed ns externally, this stator corresponding to stator, but this rotor is rotating at a speed nr. So these two speeds are different. So there may be two cases such that you can say this is axis along this poles is known as d axis. So this is a d axis. So here the poles are this is the d axis actually. So this armature MMF and the stator circuit is now aligned with this d axis. So this is the case one, when armature MMF align with the d axis. So in that case, air gap here will be minimum. Air gap is minimum. Air gap is minimum means reluctance is minimum. What is how that relation is coming? So air gap is reluctance is the opposition to flux. So whenever there is a magnetic field, whenever there is an air gap, that means that opposition to flux will be maximum, will be more. So whenever air gap is increasing, reluctance will be more. Whenever air gap is less, reluctance will be less. So here air gap is minimum. You know that, you know this, because in this case air gap is minimum and reluctance is minimum. When reluctance is minimum means current drawn from the supply is minimum. You can see it here. That is the explanation I have given in the next slide. So what is flux? Flux is equal to MMF by reluctance. That we discussed earlier. Actually, flux, how you can easily understand that means current is equal to voltage by resistance. Or you can say voltage is EMF is a equivalent quantity corresponding to voltage, EMF by resistance. So in a magnetism, similar to current, you can say it is flux. And similar to EMF, the quantity is MMF. And similar to resistance, the quantity is reluctance. So you can easily remember this, phi A equal to MMF by reluctance. So what is MMF? MMF means ampere turns. That means current which is producing this flux. So phi A is produced by IA. So IA into number of turns T. So ampere into number of turns divided by reluctance. So this flux has to be kept constant. So whenever this reluctance is more or less, reluctance here you have seen reluctance is less. In the case one, reluctance is less means, so to keep this constant, IA will be less. So that is the point we are given here. Current drawn from the supply, that is the armature current. Current drawn from the supply will be minimum here. And ammeter shows the minimum reading. That means you can see an ammeter here in the armature circuit which will be showing a minimum reading. In this case, case 1, and the corresponding to this voltage at the machine terminal will be maximum. Since current is minimum means drop is minimum. The current which is producing the drop. So when current minimum, drop is minimum, voltage will be maximum. So that is why voltage will be maximum. So you can see a voltmeter here and an ammeter here. So this ammeter will be showing a minimum reading and voltmeter will be showing a maximum reading in this case 1. So what is the conclusion from this? We are conducting a test. We are doing the arrangements that we discussed as that we discussed earlier. That means we are giving a reduced voltage to stator terminals. Rotor open circuit, field circuit is open circuited and it is rotated with a speed which is less than ns. And now we are just looking into the ammeter and voltmeter. Whenever this ammeter is reading minimum and the voltmeter is reading maximum, you can see that point. You will be doing this test in the next semester. So at that time you can see this. So we will be looking in the machines 2, second machines 2 lab. So voltmeter is showing me maximum and ammeter will be showing the minimum reading in the same instant. So you have to note down that reading, and you can say at that instant this case 1 will be happening. That means at that instant armature MMF will align with the D axis and the reactance corresponding to this instant will be XT. So you can find XT when the voltmeter reading is maximum and ammeter reading is minimum, and taking the ratio of these two, Vmax per phase by Ia minimum per phase. Now this we discussed this one, and this is the current. Current will be is sometimes it is more and it will be less, that is varying, and the voltage also varying like this. So now in the case 2, this armature MMF is actually, this is D axis. So you can say along this poles you can say this is D. So this will be Q. This will be Q means along the Q axis. Now the armature MMF is aligned along Q axis. That means air gap is maximum here. Here the air gap is maximum. Air gap is maximum means reluctance is maximum and the current drawn from the supply is maximum. We discussed that. And ammeter will be showing the maximum reading. But at the same time voltmeter will be showing the minimum reading, because current is maximum means drop is maximum and voltage will be minimum. So what we have to conclude from this, whenever the ammeter is reading is maximum and voltmeter is minimum, at that point we are taking the ratio and this ratio will give XQ. So how we are finding XD? XD we will be finding when the voltmeter is showing maximum and the current is ammeter is showing minimum, we are taking the ratio. Per phase value we have to take, because here all the values we are giving like a 3-phase value. So per phase value, take the per phase values and take the ratio, then we will be getting XD and XQ. So this is the slip test. So with this I am stopping the lecture. So if you have any doubts you can ask. Thank you.